Hey tubers, it's Tony, and today I'm going to show you where your idle air control valve is located and how to remove it on an '07 Chevy Silverado 1500 Classic. Your idle air control valve shouldn't be that much more different. If you have check engine code P0508, which indicates that there's a problem with your idle air control valve, just make sure you reset your check engine light after you replace the valve. A lot of folks often ask me, how do I test the idle air control valve? Well, start your vehicle and let it run for a good 20 minutes. And what you're listening for is a consistent idling flow. If you hear that the vehicle is idling too low, or if you feel it, or if you hear that the vehicle is idling too high, that may be a symptom that your idle air control valve is failing. And yes, they can fail without producing a check engine light. If you replace the idle air control valve and this did not fix your problem, then you want to look for a vacuum leak, which is usually the next most common cause for why your vehicle is experiencing the problem that you're experiencing that brought you to where we are today. Here is my part number. I got it from rockauto.com. It was cheaper than the local auto parts store. I order a lot of parts from Rock Auto, so that makes sense for me. It's made by Walker, but you can get your idle air control valve from your local auto parts store of your choice. The tools you'll need to do this job successfully is a 1/4 inch driver. And you're going to notice that there is a screw taped to the T20 bit, and I'll explain that to you in a moment. You're going to need a T20 bit remover. This is what it looks like, although this isn't the T20 in my left hand, but this is exactly what the T20 looks like. A 1/4 inch ratchet. And to get to the idle air control valve, there are two things you need to do. First, you need to find the oil cap filler neck and unscrew it. Move it out your way because it will allow you access to the bottom screw. And then sitting right next to the idle air control valve, where my thumb is another sensor. It has the type of tab that you just pull forward and raise it up. That should be the same type of tab on the idle air control valve, but on the vehicle I'm working on today, it's broke, but it looks just like the one next to it. So disconnect the electrical connector to the sensor here. And then what you can do is you go in with your T20 bit and remove the T20 screw down the bottom, up top. That's after you disconnect the electrical connector. And then basically this will almost fall out of place. You want to account for the O-ring off of the old one. Make sure it comes out. If you don't see it, go and retrieve it. When you purchase your new idle air control valve, the O-ring may not be on it. It will come in the box, so you'll have to put it on there. So make sure you do that. And then what you want to do is it just goes right back in the reverse order that you used to take it out. And don't worry, I'm going to go out and show you this because I have to put this screw back in. So take the new idle air control valve, put it in its housing. I start with the top bolt, screw it in. And notice again, we're back to this. The reason why I take tape and put it around the screw is so that it does not fall. So I start with the top, put it in, screw it down until it's nice and snug and tight, and then back off. And then when you pull it away, the tape will come and stay on the bit. Repeat the process for the bottom one. Nice and snug, pull it away. Put your electrical connector on, make sure it locks into place. Put that electrical connector on the one on the left that you took loose to access that bottom bolt or screw. Put your oil filler neck back in, make sure it's in correctly. And then again, if you had check engine code P0508, reset your check engine light, you should be good to go. So I'm going to run out to the vehicle, and I'm not going to be removing the new idle air control valve, because this is way too easy. I'm just going to show you where it's located, the electrical connector and the one next to it, how to remove the oil filler neck, and you should be good to go after that. So hold tight. Okay, folks, under the hood, first thing you want to do is locate the oil filler neck. Unscrew that, move that out your way. So oil filler neck, come straight over. There's your idle air control valve. And notice that the electrical connector on it is sort of broken. It should look just like this one. What you want to do is grab this tab here, pull it forward, and then remove it. This allows you access to go down in there and get that bottom screw. The idle air control valve's electrical connector should be just like that one there, disconnected. And then you have access to that top screw. Put it in, guys. Turn it in until it's nice and snug and tight. You want to definitely make sure that it's tight, but don't go overboard. You don't want to strip it. When you're done, just pull it away. There you go, the tape came back with it. Repeat the process for down there. Hook up your electrical connector for the idle air control valve. Make sure that it's in. Reconnect this electrical connector here. Make sure it's in. Then go ahead and get your oil filler neck. Put that back in. And for the most part, you're done. You just need to reset your check engine light and start your vehicle. Remember, if replacing the valve didn't fix your problem, you want to look for a vacuum leak. Hope the video has been helpful, and thanks for watching.